So they put an overseer in place. And that overseer was just as feared as the master, because to try the overseer is to essentially try the master's proxy. When you look at record companies, these label heads are overseers. And it's funny, after a while, they either die or they get caught up in a scandal. I'm not saying they didn't do this shit. I'm just saying that I can remember in the early 90s when Andre Harrell ran black music with an iron fist. And then because, you can't have two lions in the jungle, he fired Puffy. And I remember asking Andre Harrell in around 2010, why you fired Puff, and what that was like. Oh man, me and Puff are good, blah blah blah. That was years ago, and sometimes those things happen, blah blah blah. But here's the gag: all these people who all of a sudden rise to prominence do so one after the other. It's almost as if one outgrows its usefulness and then gets replaced by yet another one. And then right after that, because at Uptown Records, Puffy was responsible for Jodeci, Mary J. Blige, Father MC to a certain extent.
So Heavy D in there?
Heavy D was in there, but Heavy D was already established.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
So you got Jodeci, you got Mary J. Blige, you got Usher, right? And Big was signed to Uptown for a minute, but then, of course, so Andre Harrell fires Puff, and then Puff disappears for a week, and nobody knows. According to Puff, he just sat in his apartment and unplugged the phone, but there were messages on his phone and something. And then all of a sudden, Clive Davis came with an offer. The same Clive Davis that created and manufactured the image of Whitney Houston, the same Clive Davis that manufactured Milli Vanilli and act like he didn't know anything, while Milli Vanilli wound up broke and penniless, but Clive Davis knew absolutely nothing. It's funny how now all of a sudden, now that Brother Love has outgrown his usefulness, all these things start to pop up. And people want to say, well, this particular person was triggered. I say that person might have been activated. And that's not to diminish anybody's claims, because he did the shit. I'm not saying the man didn't do this shit. I'm just saying that there's a certain level of, you're going to do this. We're going to whatever your proclivities are. Go watch The Devil's Advocate and then replace Keanu Reeves with Puffy. We're going to find your kink. And then we're going to exploit it when the time is right.